Hello fellow Cilmacians, ICCS Sunlord here, back for another video of the Dimensions of Cilmac. Woo! There we go. Alright, so in today's video, I wanted to show you guys how I make my cards. I've wanted to do this for a while, and I know a couple of YouTubers have done how they make their cards. So I'm going to do a video showing how my process works. Also, I had a viewer that requested it. So I thought it's about time I do it. Anyway, so I'm just going to get right into showing you how. I'm going to flip the camera around for a second. So basically what I do is I buy these big poster board sheets. And here's just a hand comparison. So yeah, I buy these big poster board sheets. And what I do with that is, let me get my card here. What I do with this is I get a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and I trace them all. And I try and fit in as many of these cards in as I can on the poster board. And then after that, I cut out the cards, but not individually. I cut them out into sections of usually they're 2x2, and then I have a couple of, usually they're 2x2, but usually I have a couple of 2x3s. Left over at the end, which is basically, I'm pretty much almost done the first set. That's why I have a 2x3 here. I have another 2x3 over here. But as you can see, I have the traced outline here. So basically, I get a whole bunch of these and a whole stack. And when I do cards, because it's 2x2 usually, and I do 8 cards per video or something, I do 2 of those sheets, each section of that. So now I'm going to get into what I do with these and with the actual cards after I cut them out like this. Next, what I do is I take this template card, probably can barely read that, it says template card right there. Anyway, it's an old blinding shield that I had to remake because it was an older version. And what I do, and I use this because the measurements are nice on this card, I put it behind each card and hold it up to a window so that I can see through it. And I basically mark the edges of these lines, and this line, and this line. And I use a different card to get the angles correct. And then I have a trace on each of these cards, on each of our 6 templates here. So I'm going to do that. Alright, I am back. So now that I have a traced outline in pencil of what I want for the card, I take one of these pens, and it's a Sharpie fine tip blue pen, not black, and this is kind of what it looks like. It's very small and fine tipped. So I take a ruler and I basically trace over the pencil here with the pen to make it more permanent and easy to see, like this. I usually do that line, and then I'll move up and do this section like that. And then I turn it diagonally, and I do the diagonal section like this. And then I turn it around like this and do the other 2 diagonal sections. After I do that, I then do the rarity part. Do the boxes where I put the rarity color. Do the other box. And there we go. Now that I have the template marked out in the fine pen, I take the pencil again and I put in the symbol at the top. So the set symbol. We're still in the Portals of Cilmac, the first set. So I do that, and then I do this in pen. It's the same blue tip pen. And now the next thing I do, I look at the planning of the cards that I have, and I determine which one this will be, and I fill in the stats. So I'll come back to you and fill in the stats. So I have a card written down here in my planning to try and plan out the strategy for the Infernal cards, because that's what I'm doing now, the Infernal cards. And I have a card here called Lava Shield Guard. So what it is it's a level 3. So what I'll do is I'll write in the level and the number, level 3. I don't have actual attack stats written on it yet, but it's a common card, so that's coloring later, but it's a monster. So that means we put in the symbol at the top to show that it is an Inferno card. And then, let's see here. What stats do we want to put on it? So, it's going to have the attack stat of 2. So I draw the attack symbol and then the number. And then it's going to have a health stat of 5. And then I write in its name, Lava Shield Guard. Lava Shield. Lava Shield. Is guard gonna fit? Is guard gonna fit? Guard. We'll squeeze it in. There we go. Lava Shield Guard. And now what I do is... Oh no, dropped a pencil. Now what I do is I take the Sharpie fine tip again, and I just fill in everything we just did in pencil. And that's good. Now what I do is put in an ability. However, this card is not going to have ability. It's just going to have some flavor text. So for flavor text, I draw just some kind of quotes. And then I write something interesting in, like... with a shield forged from magma, no one will defy him. And now what I do is I just obviously make it darker with the fine tip. Like that. Next up, I take the color of the actual dimension, and I color in the kind of dimension monster symbol. So in this case, because it's Inferno Dimension, I colored in with red, and then I also color in the heart for health red. And now I do the thing that goes around everything, like around the box. And because this is Inferno Dimension, obviously it gets a red marker. So I just kind of carefully trace around the box like this. Try to make it as straight as possible so it looks good. After I do all that, I take the color for the rarity and fill in the rarity box. So in this case, it's a common card, so it gets green. So I fill in these 2 rarity boxes with a green marker. I actually just realized I usually fill in the boxes first. Alright, and now that all of that is done, and we have the shell of the card without the artwork, I will draw in the artwork. So let me just think that up and I'll be right back. So usually, I draw it out in pencil first, which I just did. I drew, rather, correct tense. It's like this, it kind of looks like a bowling pin actually, but the this circle here is like a magnet, so the shield is kind of attached to it on a magnet. Got a little inventive there. So what I usually do now is I take a marker, and I'll outline the lines for what I want in the correct color. So, for instance, I'll take the gray one, and I'll outline the helmet to be armory color, like this, and the rest of his metallic body, all the way down, under the shield, and the that part, and then lightly around his eyes. Now his eyes are going to be green. I know, interesting choice. Boom, boom, And I'll fill them right in with marker. And now, the shield, I'm going to make it red and lava-y. Here we go. And now the inside of it, I want it to be orange. So I'll be right back with that because I forgot to get the arch marker out. So now I'm just going to outline these half moon shapes inside the shield orange. And there we go. Actually, I'm going to make the river background, the line red as well. I was thinking about making it gray for kind of the river bank, but I thought, let's make it red. We need more red on the image. Make sure we get some lines for detail. Alright. Oh no. Alright, so after that is done, we take a marker. I mean, not a marker. What am I thinking? A pencil. Coloring pencil. And we fill in anywhere that's been encased in marker. So the shield, we're going to make it red, solid red. Then we'll take the orange and we'll put the orange in the middle. Like that. And the lava pool in the background, we are going to fill it in as well. And there we go, lava river. And then we will take our gray pencil color, pencil crayon, to fill in the guard. Like this. Quickly get this done. I've got a lot happening today. Well, earlier I filmed Hearthstone, not today, a couple days ago. But then I went camping, and Dreamscape, my Dreamscape order should come any day now. The UPS, PS, whatever the company is called, sent me a tracking information, and it should be here any day now. So I'm super excited to get that and make a video of a pack opening of that for you guys. I don't like how the shield and the lava in the background are the same color. However, it kind of shows that it's made out of lava, so I kind of like it. I'm just going to make it a little darker because it looked a little too pink for my tastes. Not saying I don't like pink, I'm just saying it didn't look much like burning hot lava. And that's about it. There we go. Lava shield guard. And so what I would do with this, after I color in and finish all 6 of these, I usually do them all in stages. So I do all of the penciling first and then on all 6. And then I do all of the markers and then the art after the stats, the art, coloring. And then once they're all done on this sheet, I take a cutter, not scissors, but I take an actual paper cutter, line up the lines and just snip them off. They're not all the same shape. I've actually got a pile of cards here. If you'll look, they are not all the same height. I've done my best to cut them the same height. They're pretty close, but they aren't exact, and there's no way to get them perfectly exact. I guess there is if you take enough time and you practice it enough. But anyway, that's how I make Dimension of Cilmac cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a while to make, and you got to see my horrible artistry on film. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below and leave a comment on what you think about Lava Shield Guard. You'll see in maybe a week or two another video of Cilmac. I don't know. It depends what's going on. I have an exam tomorrow. But anyway, again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Sunlord is up.